Hello viewers, today I am here with another video that answers the basic question that many new investors have about SIP or Systematic Investment Plan. Yes, many new investors still struggle to understand what SIP is all about and how it works. So in this video, I will tell you what SIP actually is, how it works, its benefits, and when to choose SIP investment. Some of you may know that SIP is a mode of gradually investing a small amount every month in mutual funds in a systematic manner. It is basically a method of investing at regular intervals like the way we do it in recurring deposit with a bank, where you deposit a fixed sum of money regularly. The only difference here is that instead of a bank deposit, your money is deployed in a mutual fund scheme, which may be either equity or a debt scheme. Now coming to the next part, how do SIPs work? Do you remember your childhood days when your parents used to give you some pocket money every day or week, and whatever you saved every time you deposited in your piggy bank? And after a few months or a year, the money you saved became a large amount. Now, while this may sound similar to SIP, here whatever was left, you just saved it in the piggy bank, but you still did not invest in an instrument where you could earn interest or returns. So what you can call it is a systematic savings plan that you followed at that time. SIPs to work on the simple principle of investing your saved money regularly in mutual funds, which helps your money compound and grow over time and enables you to build a huge corpus over the long term. Now, when you invest a lump sum or one time, you invest the entire amount upfront and let the money grow. But when you opt for the SIP, you commit to investing a fixed amount every month for the desired period and let your invested money to add up, gain and compound. So say you invested rupees 1,20,000 via lump sum in a mutual fund scheme that appreciates by 12% in a year. After a period of 12 months, your invested money would have grown to about rupees 1,34,400. Besides, if you would have opted for a SIP of rupees 10,000 per month for a period of 12 months, your total invested amount of rupees 1,20,000 would have grown to around rupees 1,28,000 after 12 months, earning an absolute return of around 6.7%. Now, why did SIP earn less as compared to the lump sum? This is because in the case of lump sum, your entire money remained invested for a period of 12 months and benefited from the rise in value. Whereas in the case of SIP, only the first transaction was invested for a period of 12 months and the remaining transactions for a lesser period. In fact, the last transaction was invested for only about a month. But let me tell you that SIPs work best in a falling markets. Suppose you invested rupees 1,40,000 via lump sum on 1st November 2021 when the Sensex was at 60,000 level. With the falling markets, your money invested at higher levels would have fallen to around rupees 1,28,800, which is an absolute loss of around rupees 12,200 or minus 8.7%. On the other side, your SIP of rupees 20,000 per month started in November 2021 would have benefited from the rupee cost averaging in falling markets and lost about minus 5.7% in value during the fall, but would have still done better than the lump sum investment. Now this is how SIPs help during volatile markets by letting you buy more units when the markets fall and lesser units when the markets rise. Now let us see the benefits of SIP. First is investment discipline. SIP enforces a disciplined approach towards investing and infuses regular saving habits among the investors so that they can invest every month without fail. So once you have registered your SIP, the SIP amount will be directly deducted from your bank account and the units credited to your mutual fund account. Second is rupee cost averaging. I just showed you how rupee cost averaging works by offering you units at an average price. Since you invest a fixed amount at a set frequency irrespective of the market movements, you actually minimize your risk of investing at higher levels. So when the markets fall, you buy more units at a lesser price, and when the markets trend higher, you end up buying lesser units. As you invest at regular intervals, you get an opportunity to invest at different market levels and average out your purchase, unlike the lump sum investment where you end up investing all your money at a single market level. Next is the power of compounding. With SIPs, you form a regular investment habit which helps you earn on every SIP installment and compound your investment value and gains. If you hold on to your SIP investment for a longer period, your invested money will grow and benefit from the compounding effect. You also get flexibility. SIPs offer you the flexibility to start your SIP at any point without waiting for any particular market level. Mutual fund houses also offer you an option to temporarily pause your SIP in case you're running short of funds or are facing a cash crunch. Moreover, if you want to discontinue your SIP in the fund, you can stop it at any point by giving a stop SIP request to the fund house. So you can start your SIP at any point, pause if required, and even stop it forever. Last is the peace of mind. If you invest through the SIP mode, you need not take stress about the market movements and need not track the market on a daily basis. You do not need to worry about whether the markets will go up or down, as SIPs help you benefit in both the scenario and you manage to invest your money across market levels. So when should you choose SIP investment? Ideally, salaried individuals prefer SIP investment as they can start with a small amount every month and grow it into a large corpus over the long term. You do not need to wait for a large amount of money to start your SIP in mutual funds. You can simply consider investing your monthly surplus in mutual funds via SIP even if it is a small amount. And what is the ideal time to start your SIP and for how long? Well, as I mentioned earlier, that SIPs work best in the falling markets. So when the markets are trending at a higher levels or are facing extreme volatility, you can consider starting your SIP. You actually don't need to time the markets if you want to continue your SIP for a longer period. You can just start your SIP at any market level and average out your purchases. I hope this video was helpful in clearing your doubts about SIP and taking the first step to investing via SIP. So stay tuned for more such videos and do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is Vivek Chaurasia signing off. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme related documents carefully.